Okay guys, I thought I'd show you what I'm doing down here in the old dungeon down here in the basement. I've got my 17-year-old Fuji Superlite, which was currently, or formerly I should say, wearing Campy 10-speed record. But now I'm changing it over. Something a little more modern. I got 105 derailleurs. I had to pick up this band as a separate item, which actually I think it looks pretty cool. I've got R8000 brake calipers. I got 105 shifters, and I think it's looking really cool in this guise here. I'm doing some Fulcrum Quattros. I just got a R8000 crank, compact in 5034. Here's the Campy Protons I'm replacing. Interesting thing, my record, or the chorus crank, which I had on, it didn't have full record. I had the record shifters, derailleurs, brakes, but this weighs 668 grams with the bearings, and the Shimano comes in at 687 without the bearings, because the bearings are in the bottom bracket, whereas Campy has the bearings on the crank and then you buy the cups. So Campy crank is lighter, but it is carbon fiber, but it was a lot more money too. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm going to get to work on it here, and I just wanted to show it off while it's being constructed. So anyway, I'll give you a view of it when I get it all back together, and I'm hoping that it's going to feel like my more modern bikes. I really didn't like the short levers, you know, that were so popular back in the day, so I'm so used to the long ones now, so we'll see what happens. Alright, there it is finished. Got my crank on, my derailleur on, my chain on. Got my bottle cages, which came in while I was working on it. And they just match perfectly. Really pleased. Looking forward to getting it outside, getting a ride in on it. Front wheel. You know, I got this handlebar tape off of eBay. It's a foam type of tape, and it's like $5 a roll. I mean, really, I don't know how long it's going to last, but it feels good and it's easy to work with, so I'm going to see. Anyway, I'm excited. You can get excited about a 17-year-old bike. Alright, I thought I'd give you some final thoughts on my old Fuji Superlite. Took it out for a ride. Comes in at 18.2 pounds. It feels lively. It's not as stiff as my carbon bikes, but it felt good. I wouldn't feel disadvantaged riding this, you know, pretty much any ride. As kind of a non-scientific comparison, I took this out on a 35.5 mile loop, and then I took my Cervelo R3 out, and oddly enough, it seemed like I work harder to cover it on the R3, but you know, it was a different day and the weather was similar, but you know, you never know. Not a scientific test. So the Fuji felt faster, but the Cervelo was faster by only 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and it's got aero wheels on it. So, you know, it really rejuvenated this bike. It feels like my other bikes, so it really changed the personality of it. I think mainly it was the cockpit with the longer levers that did it. I don't feel, on the other one I kind of felt scrunched up, but with the longer levers I'm out just that little bit more. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, I'm happy. I rejuvenated it. It was a fun little build, and now I have another bike to ride. Cool. Well, thanks for watching.